All right, give me just a second, guys. Of course, I'm thinking like, oh, Anthony will be a while, and I shove a fucking pile of fucking Cliff Bars into my face. Okay, so let's get this recap over with. Last session began in late afternoon in Lorelei's and Logos's home. Zeriotal and Lorelei pore over documents and information on the task at hand. The party left to their own devices to do a bit of shopping and then head into a bit of planning their next move. Logos and Renwick have a night out on the town while the others remained comfortably at Lorelei's. The morning came quickly, and with it a concerned Tardoc, leading Lorelei and the party to the medicine tree. A peculiar scene. 3 former soldiers, chests burst open, and a bloody trail leading down to the jungle floor and off in the direction of the Temple of Farlongen. After some speaking with the dead via Locris and some tracking via Logos, the party follows the bloody trail through a strange, paling jungle, seemingly brittle and leached of color and life. Arriving at said temple, guarded only by an illusion and an easily destroyed fountain containing blood and carnivorous large tadpoles. This once stone structure, covered in black, undulating vines, reveals only one entrance, and after some recon, the party enters. Entering a trashed foyer and congregating area, carpets are ripped up, canvas paintings slashed and smashed, furniture's destroyed and splintered. Several doors leading elsewhere in the temple, some of them barricaded by remnants of broken benches and tables and other debris, some of them not. After some spells were cast and a bit of recon was done, the party picks a door and casually enters the room. The room, a former kitchen slash apothecary, lies in a state of utter disrepair. Broken crates, barrels, tables, and benches. Amongst the debris, several large, blue, towering toad-like humanoids appear to be nesting. Large and muscular, bone claws extending from the backs of their hands, clearly unpleased by the intrusion. And that is where we are now. So, I believe we had rolled some initiative, and pretty much in the norm, Logos, you would be first to act.
Remind me, I don't remember if I did I go all the way in the room with them or am I still in the main room?
I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple of pics in the feed, kind of the room behind you. Also, the big blue slad guy. Okay, there you go. But this next one would be kind of the room you guys were in, which is kind of still right behind you. But here is the room as it sits. So, a lot of you just kind of casually walked into this room. There are some barrels and crates to your immediate, I guess, left up against this wall. There is what appears to be another door on this the left wall as you kind of enter. And then, sitting all around are several slad, kind of staring at you, large, towering, imposing critters. Not pleased that you guys have entered their nesting area.
How far away from us are these things?
The one closest to you is probably 10 feet. The one farthest from you is 5, 10, 15, 20, about 45.
Okay. Um, about 10 feet. Okay. And the door is directly behind us, correct?
Correct.
Right. I'm going to kind of see if it's possible. I want to try to cast Wall of Fire between us and the door. That way, um, we can back up into the main room, and if they try to follow us, they'd have to go through the fire. Is there enough room for me to get that done?
So I dropped kind of a more aerial pick, but yeah, you could absolutely, shoot like a wall of fire between the party and the slods and retreat. Absolutely.
Okay, it's you can make a wall of fire. It can be up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. The wall appears each creature in its area must make a dexterity saving throw or take 68 damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So if possible, I'll cast it on that one that's closest to us. That way, it'll like get it immediately in the fire, and then just space it between us, like that. No matter what, if they follow us into the other room, they're gonna have to go through that wall.
Okay, yeah, totally doable. My question is, if you cast this spell within range of your allies, do they have to do the save as well? Like, how close are you getting this wall? Like, Gladier is kind of taking the lead. He was first to enter the room. How close are you getting this firewall to him?
It says that I can maneuver it a little bit, so if I can, I would want to not get them any of my comrades in the wall.
For Wall of Fire, can't you choose one side to be damage dealing and one side to not?
Mm. On one side of the wall selected by you, cast each creature. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So one side deals damage, the other side does not. I didn't see that last part. So I will put the damage dealing side toward the frogs.
Okay, excellent. Sounds good. Let me just kind of draw a little squiggle on this map here. All right. So, what do you need from me? You casted this upon the frog, so you need a dexterity saving throw from me.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw, that's it. And it's 5d8 damage on whoever, well, no matter what, but half if they succeed.
16 on the die becomes an 18. Is that safe?
I don't even know my freaking save hardly cast spells. 18 on the dot.
So he does pass, but I think that's half damage.
11 points of damage to that one.
Okay, as you blast this beastie with 11 points of damage, you've got a good feel, a good handle on your magic, and it doesn't quite hit as hard as you had hoped. You do kind of recognize fire resistance in this creature, so I'm gonna half that damage. But yeah, you after a good fire spell, you realize he's not as phased by it as you had hoped.
Then I'm gonna take my movement to get back into the room, the main room, and try to leave open some space so that my friends can have room to get out too.
Okay, so you've got like 45 ish feet of movement. The room's like right behind you. Do you want to go towards like the main door? Do you want to go towards like some of the barricaded doors? Where would you like to head?
Barricaded doors.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. And anything else?
That'll be it for me.
Okay, Gladier, you are up next. You've got this wall of fire has just kind of erupted between the you and this several angry-looking slod. How do you kind of proceed? I'll drop a new pick.
All right. So quick point of order question. So last session, I know we started out in that previous room. We, I think we opened up the left door, and like right when Locris went to open up the left door, I cast protection from evil and good on Blade, and then we moved to open up the right door, and that's where we are now. So it only lasts for 10 minutes, but I know there was some discussion in the main room before we went to the right door. So I kind of leave it up to you to gauge how long would that still be active, or do you think we took probably 10 minutes in that main room before coming to this encounter?
No, I'll say you spent a few minutes chit chatting, but yeah, it's still active for sure.
Okay. All right, yeah. So Blade, you still have protection from evil and good, which I'll just drop the language in the chat again. But it is concentration, so if I get hit, I need to do con saves. All right, so now that that's cleared up, so I know the wall of fire is opaque, so I can't see through it. But can I remember? And this is a big beast. Can I remember generally well enough where uh, slog number one is to try and throw something at it?
Yeah, I'll say because you can't see it, you'll just have to make the attack roll at disadvantage.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm going to pull out that javelin that I've been with a chain attached to it that I've been carrying around since fucking forever. Um, and I'm going to try and hold on to the chain with my left hand and then launch the javelin at through the firewall at this slug number one.
Excellent.
You might say through the fire and flames.
Yes, we will carry on. Yes. Okay.
That's
All
the
right.
episode name.
Noted. Fire and flames. Got it.
All right. So it's a plus 11 to hit. That's an 8 on the die, so the 19 hit.
Is that with
Wait,
disadvantage?
disadvantage. Sorry. Um. Okay. Yeah. 18 for the second roll, so 19 to hit.
19 to hit absolutely does.
Hell yes. Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 6. Oh, one on the die. So it's only 7 piercing damage. It's a non-magical weapon, if that matters. Um, but I would also like. Would I be able to tell? Like, does it feel like the chain like pulled taut? Can I try and yank and see if I can pull this? Um, this monstrosity aberration like into the firewall.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check. I'll say an opposed athletics check. Ooh, and I rolled garbage too. You lucky dog.
That is a 27 athletics.
He's got a decent strength score, but I rolled a 4 on the die, so unfortunately for me, you definitely pull him towards you, and by a lot. You pull him within straight through this wall of fire, so I believe he has to take another, what is that, dex save versus 5d6 damage?
Let me see.
If he's in the fire, it's 5d8.
5d8.
Okay, so dex save. Fuck me. I might have to switch to Abray. That's a natty 1 on my end for the dex save. So go ahead and hit me with full damage as this slod is begrudgingly drugged through a wall of fire.
Right. Logus, you want to roll your damage for that?
I guess.
Oh shit!
24.
Christ.
That damn one.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, and would you count that as my 2 attacks to like throw it and then yank him forward?
Yeah, an attack and then a grapple, essentially.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I don't think I have much in the way of bonus actions since I'm concentrating on a spell already. So actually, I'm gonna move up to get between the slug and everyone else. So I'll step forward and place myself between the group and this burning giant frog.
Okay, for sure.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, moving on down from Gladier, that will be Renwick. Renwick, you're just kind of standing there as a wall of fire erupts in the room, and Gladier hurls a javelin at one of these beasties and drags him through this wall of flame, but essentially almost toe-to-toe with you.
Yeah, he. Ooh. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, in that moment, he sees Gladier pull this thing through the flames. He assesses the situation, and I think he just whips the rapier out and goes to try to strike it while it's getting pulled. And then he'll assess from there.
Do you get advantage when? Because I stepped up next to it.
Yes, I believe so.
Poor bastard.
Oops, shit. Well, I'm gonna have to find out.
Is the toad prone?
Yes.
I don't think I pulled it.
No, not prone.
I don't need advantage for sneak attack. I guess, is this flanking, Sean, or does it have to be on the side or back?
Essentially, you have to be on opposite sides of the creature because it's a large-sized creature. It could potentially.
Yeah, and I can't
put up
step
a
over
good
there. All right.
defense.
Actually, you know what I will do? I will step 5 feet diagonally. Like, I guess, away from Gladier so that I don't have an ally within 5 feet of me. Then I'll take a swing because then I do have advantage thanks to my swashbuckler feat.
Very nice. Well.
And that's going to be a. Where'd it go? 24 to hit.
Oh, for sure hits.
Sick. And I need a saving throw from you, sir. DC 14 con save.
He's got mods, but it's 15 on the die, so.
No worries. No cold damage on that one then. But with sneak attack. $23 points of damage. And I would also like to go ahead and pump a, where'd it go? Eldritch Smite into that.
Very nice.
So with Eldritch Smite, once per turn, I can hit a creature I hit, I can drop an Eldritch Smite, and it does an extra 1d8 force damage plus another 1d8 per level of the spell slot, which is automatically 3. So 3d8 damage, and I can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller.
It's definitely a large creature, so that counts.
Sick. And 3d8. Oh man, I didn't get out a third 3d8. I'm not used to this. This is new. And that's an 8 and a 7, so 15, and then another 8. So another 23 points of damage. force damage if it matters.
Oh man, very nice. And you need a save from me versus being knocked prone or something?
It just says I can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller. It doesn't ask for a save.
Oh shit. Okay then. Well, that being
So,
the
yeah, I
case,
guess
you
in that
just
moment,
gotta
like
floor
Renwick
this
just
guy.
jumps. Yeah, he just.
So that should be 4d8 because it's 1d8 force damage plus 1d8 per spell lot level. So at 3, that's 3d8 plus 1d8 for the original force.
Oh shit! Well, thank you, sir. I misread that. And that's an additional 3 damage for what it's worth.
Okay, excellent. So tell me how you bring this hulking, toad-like humanoid down to prone.
I think since I moved diagonally, for flavor's sake, I think I jump off of Gladier. Like I use him as a springboard, and as I leap over the creature, I kind of somersault and just stab it in the top of the head and kind of ride it down and land on the other side of it.
And with a loud crash. Boosh.
And now that I've attacked it, I can step away without incurring. So I'm going to use my 25 feet of movement to sort of funnel my way out of the hallway like Logus.
You took a 5-foot step, so it's only 20 feet of movement, but you succeed.
Or sorry, yes, 20 feet.
You do
Yes.
succeed. You get 10 feet on the other side of the door, back in the room prior.
All right. And with my bonus action, I'm gonna take a hand crossbow shot. But I guess if you'll allow it, I'll just take it while I'm moving, if that's cool.
Yeah, because you kind of lose visibility when you're in the other room, so you'd have to take it on the move for sure.
Not a problem. And that's gonna be fucking that one. So thank God for halflings. But that's a 3 for a 15. So yeah, second shot misses.
15's actually the magic number. Go ahead and.
Is it really? Holy shit!
Yeah. And
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Sick. Well, that's fun. D6 plus 7. 11 points of damage.
Very nice. Well, good turn. God damn, you do a lot of damage when you get that sneak attack in there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving on down. We're looking at Blade. I've kind of angled the pick. I'll try to get top and side views, but for now, you're you're somewhat visible. So tell me how you proceed.
Okay. So just trying to get like a visual here. So this wall of fire is like you said, it was like 20 feet tall. Something crazy.
Logos, 20-foot tall wall of fire. That's you, right? Was it 20 feet tall?
Yes. Yes. And it encompasses the room from wall to wall.
Gotcha. So I probably can't see the frogs on the other side.
Correct. It is
I'm
not. It
assuming.
is not see through. It is not. Yeah. It blocks your vision for sure.
Well, damn. Okay. I guess I am going to, since I just see this one baddie in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and just fucking hit him with some, I think some dissonant whispers.
All right. What do you need from me?
So I'm gonna cast it at the. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level. So I need a Wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw from me. advantage, but it's just a raw roll for me. The higher of those two is an 11. I'm going to assume that fails.
It does. So he's going to take 3. Oh, wait, actually, let me make sure that's. He's going to take 5d6 damage. So let me
What
just.
kind of damage exactly?
It's going to be. Let me. 5d6 psychic damage. So 6.
Okay,
Damn. 5 for 11. 6 again. Holy shit. So 17, and then I'm shitting you not. I'm rolling 5s and 6s. 23, a 6 on that last one, and a 2 on the last one. So for 25 points of psychic damage. Um,
25 points. Very nice. Very nice.
and on a failed save, he takes the psychic damage, but also must immediately use the reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into danger, obviously, such as fire or a pit. So yeah, he has to just kind of move away from us.
So he can't move like towards fire, which is the wall that he's just been pulled through. But he can't move towards you, so he's kind
I
of.
can see him panicking. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and also give man, this guy's I don't know if it's even worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and give Gladier a little bit of inspo. I'm just gonna be like, Gladier, you pulled that frog from there to over here. Now tear him up from head to toe. Punch him down to his grimy little toes. And then I'm going to back the fuck out, kind of towards Renwick.
Okay, yeah. With 25 feet of movement, you get about 10 feet on the other side of Renwick. You're pretty swift.
And I think that'll do it for me. Not much else I can do.
All right. Coming down to the bottom of the round, Locris, you are up.
All right, so we got one that's in front of us still, right?
Correct. He's been lit on fire, knocked prone, and stabbed with a javelin chain. He's in rough shape. He's you see a familiar black ichor leaking out of many, many wounds.
I will be nice and put this toad out of its misery. So we will start. I'll just walk up to it and start beating on it.
Okay, you make the attacks with advantage because it is prone.
All right, 26 to hit.
For sure hits.
See what this blood splatter gets me. Ooh. 8 plus 9 for 17 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, go ahead and tell me how you want to do this.
Locris just walks up and, poor creature, and then proceeds to smash it in the back of its skull and just blood splatters everywhere. And then, since I have no others in melee range, I will just back out of the room with the rest. Once outside, I will activate my giant form as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Excellent. All right. Well, I don't have to worry about at least one of these guys now. But, bottom of the round, the blue slod. Dumb as they are, they're also quite a bit fireproof. This is going to be interesting. Slot 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Slot 2 decides to rush forward. He takes the full damage from the wall, or maybe has to make a save against it, I think. Right? Correct?
Correct the mundo, sir.
Alright, so 12 on the die becomes a 14. I don't think that does the trick. Um, 18 fire damage, reduced by half to their resistance, so 9 total fire damage. And the old blue slad comes in hot, swinging at none other than Gladier, of course. I've got what appears to be a dirty 21, and a 10 to hit. Two claw attacks. Either of those hit, Gladier?
21 just hits, 10 misses.
Alright, so total of 10 slashing damage as this creature kind of carves into you with these Wolverine-esque claws. And its third and final attack is a bite. I don't imagine a 13 is going to hit. So 2 claws and a bite attack. And as it swings harshly and catches you with one of these claw-like appendages kind of popping out of the back of its hands, Gladier, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Con save. Got +8. That's a 14 on the die for a 19. Oh no, I have a +8. That's a 22.
Excellent. Okay. Slot number 3.
Shit.
It runs forward as well. I'm going to roll another dex save versus the 5d8. We're looking at a whopping 13. I do not believe that passes. So go ahead and hit me with another 5d8 there, Logos. Oh, shit. Oh, so it's full. Okay, yeah. Wow. Perfect.
Yeah, so
no dex save needed, really? Well, they were failing him anyway, but.
yeah, one side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall.
Oh, damn. Okay. Perfect.
So,
good to know.
Yeah.
So 22 fire damage.
Yeah. Creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn, or it ends its turn there. So they would take it as they're passing through. But once they're on the other side, they won't take it.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
They better take it as they're passing through. It'd be the dumbest spell in the world.
So, a couple more claw attacks coming at you, Gladier. One is just a wild swing, but the other is a 28 to hit. So,
yeah, 28 hits. What was the first one?
The first one was a 3 on the die. I didn't even add it up. It missed for sure. So you take a total of 15 slashing damage, and I need another con save from you, as this creature once again finds purchase with one of its claw-like appendages on its hands.
Okay, how much was that damage again?
15 total.
15. So I'm making concentration checks too. So I passed my 2 concentration checks, so Blade still has protection. And now for the con save, +8. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, perfect. Once again, another bite attack comes down, a big chomp from this massive frogman, but it does not find purchase. You manage to move. Aside from that, you guys really can't see on the other side of this wall, so I'm not going to update that side of the map just yet. Let's move this guy around here, here, here. Okay, perfect. I will say, go ahead and roll one more time, Anthony, as as Slod 7 comes crashing forward over the crates and barrels to get through the fire into Gladier. A couple of attacks coming your way, Gladier. Oh my goodness. One is a 4, but the other is a natural 20.
Oof.
24 fire damage reduced to 12 for slot here. Okay, perfect. So, natty 20. Just gonna double the dice. That's a whopping 6, becomes 12, but add 5, so 17 slashing damage. And I need another Constitution saving throw, as yet a third slot has found purchase with its claws.
Okay. I passed third concentration check, and that is a 21 for my con save for the attack.
Okay, perfect. This bite attack might actually hit. Did you say 21 was your AC? Because I got 21 to hit.
Excuse me?
I got 21 to hit for the bite attack.
Yeah, that just hits. AC is 21.
You take an additional 14 piercing damage as this creature gives you a good chomp.
16 on the die for concentration save, so still concentrating.
Jeez, beast.
Way to keep it going, you sumbitch. With that, you guys don't really know what the other slots are doing, so it's going to go back to the top of the round. Logos, you are up.
I think you might. I don't know if it's just me, but your sounded just a little choppy. It's like every other word, like it cuts a little bit. I don't know if anyone else is hearing that, or it might just be me.
It's definitely
Once
a
in a
little
while.
choppy.
Yeah.
It's just you. No, I'm just
God damn it.
Okay, so let me try a disconnect, reconnect. If not, I'll just pop on a new mic. Hopefully this is a little better. Yes, no, maybe. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25.
So far, so good.
so far so good. I don't know what you changed, Sean, but you usually like never before had that. It's been like the past 2 sessions where you've had that issue.
I think
But-
one of my mics is crapping out on me, but it's like my favorite mic, but I use it all the time, which is probably why it's crapping out on me. So I have some backups, so they're just like super mics. I have to place them like far away from me, or it's like blowing out my eardrums when I go to edit it. Anyway.
Is that last picture you sent the up? No,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna send you an updated pic here, but yeah, top of the round would be your turn. Let's see. Okay, sorry, pic's on its way. So you can't really see via this pic, but skadoosh. There we go. But there is the wall of fire kind of running underneath the, it's just placed on the map. So a wall of fire kind of licks the heels behind these giant slods. But yeah, Logos, you are up. You are kind of in the other room with pretty much your entire party except for Gladier.
so with the wall of fire, if they if they go back through the flame, like say if they get pushed back into the fire, would they take the damage again?
I believe it's everything on within 10 feet of that side. So
How far is uh is one is just any one of them the closest to the wall of fire?
the wall of fire is pretty much still touching all three of these combatants. Like they may or may not take damage next turn, depending on what they do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna choose one that's close to it. Um, and I'm gonna take my 2 attacks on whichever one I deem to be more hurt.
Okay, I'll say you're gonna have to move at least to the doorway to get a good shot at these creatures. But you
Yeah,
can give me a
that'll
perception
work.
check and see if you can't determine which one of them is more hurt.
Oh, I believe that Logus is passive. He should see, but I will give you that check. That is a 31.
As with a you see that they are definitely resistant to fire. It does not seem to affect them as much as other creatures. But the one that kind of like climbed over the barrels, it would be 7 on this map. Seems to be worse for the wear. What with the splintering of the barrels and the fire and whatnot, it seems to have done him a little more than the others.
Okay, well, I will attack that one. 26 for the first attack, and then that
It's
one with the second.
on that one. Oh damn! You shoot Gladier for sure. No.
11 points of damage on the first attack, and the second one misses.
All right. And then what? Anything else?
And for a bonus action, I'm gonna need a DC 18 strength save.
Okay, he gets to make these with advantage. And he's not super strong, but decent. 18.
Okay, nothing happens then.
Oh, bummer. And you still have like 30 feet of movement. Do you want to do anything else?
I guess I'll use like 5 or 10 feet just to get out of the way of the doorway in case anybody's moving back. That'll be my turn.
All right. Then Gladier, you're up. Map is pretty relevant. Logos has just kind of switched sides.
Gotcha. Quick question. Is a shove considered an attack action?
Yeah, I would consider it an attack.
So with my extra attack, could I shove twice? Like 2 different people?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Um, so he's just gonna realize the situation he's in, like look around and see that all of his friends backed out of the doorway, and he's like, "Oh fuck, 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 fuck!" and I'm just gonna try and shove, I guess, 7 and 3 backwards. See, would you make consider that like a contested strength or like athletics check?
I think that's how it works. Let me, if anybody has the wiki up real quick. Badoosh, hold on.
Yeah.
I've just my phone's just set to go to Reddit all the time.
Shove. Target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw or you either push it 5 feet away or cause it to have the prone condition. The DC for the saving throw equals 8 plus your strength modifier plus and proficiency bonus. This shot is possible only if the target is no more than one size larger than you. Are they large or bigger?
They're just large.
Okay. So yeah, so my strength score is 6 plus what is it, plus 8? Shit, where'd it go? Yeah, so the DC will be 8 plus 6 for strength, 14 plus my proficiency bonus, which is 5. So it has to be to 19, or it is pushed 5 feet away from me.
So I rolled an 18 and a 19, and they get a +5 to each. So though you shove heartily, they do not budge.
Okay, I was trying to get them on the other side of the firewall so they'd have to take damage again coming through, and then only take one opportunity attack, but that failed, and I probably should have just disengaged instead. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm gonna take multiple attacks, whether I stay here or I run back to the group. So he's just gonna see that his plan failed, and then turn and run. I'll take the an opportunity attack from each, and just run through the door back to the other room.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 3d20 at once. Skadoosh. One's 12. That doesn't hit. I think that comes. Well, dirty 20. No, that doesn't hit. Right? Dirty 20 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
Okay, so of the 3, 1 hits. I got a 24
Okay.
out there. That will be 16 slashing damage from one of their claws, and I need yet another Constitution saving throw.
All right, I'm gonna roll the concentration check first. That is 11, so concentration is still up. Con save is 17 on the die, plus 8 is 25.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep, you're good.
Yep. All right. Yeah, so he just like takes that as he's running away, and then just I'll come. I don't want to block
So
everyone.
you've got with 30 feet of movement, you can get 10 feet on the other side of the door. So you can take cover by the wall left or right, or you can keep going straight, kind of towards giant-sized Locris. Your call.
I'll go to the left of the door, like opposite of Renwick.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And I still have a bonus action. I'm gonna take one of those greater healing potions. So roll that out for a bonus action, which will be, what is it, 44 plus 4? Yeah, not D4.
I do believe so. Yes.
That's, oh god, garbage rolls. 1, 2, 6, 8 plus 4. That's 12 points of healing. And that is my turn.
Okay, moving on down. Renwick, you are up.
All right. Fun stuff. I think what I want to do here is something a little uncharacteristic of Renwick, but I think I'm gonna summon my tentacle right in front of number 2 and take an attack for a 16 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Okay. And that's going to be 9 points of cold damage. And then I want to take a 5-foot step back and ready my action to cast lightning bolt. I'm gonna try to hold it for like as many as I can get lined up, shooting through this doorway because I feel like they're gonna chase us.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And that'll be my turn.
Moving on down. Blade Silverstring.
Oh shit. Okay. So we are back into another room now.
Correct. You guys have fallen back into the foyer area. You know, there is a couple of debris-blocked doors, and the main entrance which you entered through, and yet another door behind you that leads to bookshelves, as far as you guys have scouted. Anyway.
Okay. And just looking at the last map, so there is one. Is there one actually in the room with us?
No, Locris has actually gone to giant size, so
Oh.
I used the base for his to kind of accurately determine his position in the area.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. Let's see. I guess.
Here's like a kind of a different view to give you. Essentially, you know, the doors would kind of connect. But you guys are in one room while they are in the other. You can kind of see in. Renwick's near you. Locris is near you. You got Gleedier and Logos kind of off in the corner over there.
Okay. Um. Shoot. You know what? Fuck it. It's D&D. Let's play. So. Uh. If I were to have a spell that would have a 20-foot radius. Or
You
a
for
like,
sure could hit all three of those dudes with a 20-foot radius.
okay,
For sure,
perfect.
for sure.
All right. So I'm just going to basically you see Blade kind of stay where he is, but you see once again kind of like this like static start to come up as he pulls out his lute, and it kind of trickles around the neck and then flows down through his feet, and then static kind of crawls amongst like the ground and kind of like the air a little bit, and you just see this giant explosion occur right where those three frogs are. So I'm going to cast Synaptic Static.
And that's an intelligence saving throw?
Yes. And it does note that if their intelligence score is 2 or lower, they can't be affected by this spell.
They're pretty dumb, but they're not that dumb. Let's see here. I do get to make these rolls with advantage, but they don't get a modifier. So does an 18 pass?
It does not.
Okay, next one is 13 and a 19.
That is a fail.
And the last one is a 17 and a nat 20, which is still just a 20.
20 meets and beats.
Okay, so we'll say 7 passes. 2 and 3 fail.
All right. So he is the 2 that fail are going to take full 8d6 damage. So I'll just roll that out on here. So
And what kind of damage is this again?
I believe it's psychic, but let me double check that. Yeah, it is psychic.
Okay, perfect.
So they're going to take 32 points of psychic damage. And the other one's going to take half as much. And the two that failed, after a failed save, the target has muddled thoughts for 1 minute. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. And it can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of its turn to end the effect. But yep, so I do that, and I am going to. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action healing word Gladier at the 4th level. Give him a little bit of health back. So so Gladier is going to get 15 points of healing. And I'm just going to look at him and be like, Gladier, I hear that you might be in fear, but don't be that way. Look this way, because your hero is here. And yeah, get him a little bit of healing. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to stay put.
All right. And with that, coming to the bottom of the round, Locris, you are up.
All right. Am I able to see the 3 in the room from where I am?
Yeah, you might have to slouch or kind of duck down a little bit to see through the door, but you can see them.
All right. Then let's set off 3 Eldritch Blasts, 1 to each one.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
All right. 21. I think that's this. 16 on the second, and 26 on the third.
All 3 hit.
Perfect. All right, so on the first one, that'll be 6 plus 5, 11 points of force damage. Second one is 7 points of force damage. And the third one is 20 points of force damage. Or 15 points of force damage.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Each Eldritch Blast lands crisp right in the face of these creatures.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Creature time. So, let's see here. Slad number 2 will advance. Wait a minute. Logos, if the slots start their turn in your wall of fire, do they take damage again?
Let me grab the bill.
While he's looking at that, Sean, the creature's speed is reduced by 10 feet from my tentacle attack as well, just so you know.
Oh, good to know. Let me write that down.
So it says that it takes the damage when it enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there. So I think it would have taken damage.
Okay, I was just double checking there. Alright, so I'm going to run them in order, so that actually kind of fucks me. 5, 10, because now he has 10 feet less movement. blue slot number 2 kind of makes his way over to the door, and though these are large-sized creatures and they are big and bulky, they can make their way through the door with some difficulty. They definitely have to like kind of take a knee and scooch through. So it is essentially takes half their movement to get through the small doorway. But 2 does make it there and kind of is essentially blocking the doorway now at this point. It goes to crawl through, and a majority of its body is just kind of in this doorway, as it doesn't have quite enough speed to get all the way through. So essentially, Slod 2 has kind of blocked what is going on behind. You guys no longer have field of vision into this room. But he also kind of fucks the other slots from going anywhere or doing anything effective. So we're going to go back to the top of the round. Logos, once again, it is your turn.
So I can't see anybody or anything else other than this one blocking the door.
Correct. He's far too large to fit through the door proper. He takes up the whole door and then some.
John, I did have a held action, so
Oh,
I guess
correct. Yeah, if you want to let that lightning bolt rip before
Yeah.
Logos goes, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say in this vulnerable state, he's technically, essentially prone. He can't really effectively dodge these type of things. So I think, what is that? Does that give you advantage or something on this spell attack if he's prone?
I would assume he either has disadvantage on the dexterity save, or I mean, depending on how you rule it, if he's pretty much trapped like in a hole, I don't know if he could even really roll a dex save on that
All right.
if he's squeezing.
Normally he would have advantage on this type of dexterity save, but this would make it a straight roll, and the straight roll was a 4. So I think you're solid here.
Word. And yeah, so that's gonna rip for 100 feet. So if anything is 100 feet behind, or like 100 feet total, going back into that room, it'll hit that too, and that's gonna be 8d6. I'm just gonna roll that in chat because I don't feel like doing that. Mon Abre. Not great. Kind of mid. But 26 damage. Lightning damage if it specifically matters.
It does. You let loose the spell, and it kind of passes through this creature. But similar to the fire, it seems a bit, as if this like thick hide and rubbery skin seem to insulate it somehow. Though it is damages this creature, not quite as much as you had hoped.
Fair enough. That's good to know. Yeah, hopefully it at least hit a couple more, but I can't see shit. And this thing is somehow still alive. So let's see. With my bonus action, shit. I'm just gonna take a shot with my hand crossbow. I'm just trying to confirm if like I can get sneak attack out of this with my crossbow feat or anything. Oh no, I'd have to be within 5 feet. All right, it's straight attack. Sorry about the hold up. That is, however, a natty 19 for 31.
For sure hits.
And that's a d6 plus 7. 11 points of damage.
All right, excellent.
And I'll use my movement to back up a bit. Let's say, sorry, I'm trying to find the photo.
I dropped a new pick in the feed.
Yep.
You're pretty close to Blade. Blade's like right behind you, but you can definitely, circumvent that and go behind him if you want.
I'll go, I guess, in that photo, 2 squares to the right and 2 squares toward the top. Basically, like diagonally, too.
Okay, yeah,
Try
perfect.
to give myself some space there.
All right. With that, the top of the round, Logos. You and your allies have kind of fallen back a little bit as this massive toad-like abomination comes crawling through this doorway that is far too small for it, but nonetheless, it's coming.
Um, I am. Are we? So we're all clear in the room. Doorway cleared. Correct.
So all of you guys are in the room. There, you have like the main entrance that you guys came in. That's still wide open. But as far as the room you had just entered, the large toad is blocking the doorway as on its in its attempt to get to you guys.
So okay, I am going to drop the wall of fire, and I'm going to recast it in front of the door this way, and I'm gonna put the burning side away from the door. What? No. Is anybody within 10 feet of that door?
Yeah, Gladier is literally within melee of this creature that's trying to come through the door. But also, you only have visuals on this side of the door. You don't. You've lost sight of the room beyond. The frog is, or the toad is blocking the view.
I was gonna put the burning wall outwards. That way, if they stay by the door, they still get burned. But if Gladier's there, I don't want to hurt my buddy.
I mean, you could essentially
Hmm.
just use your wall of flame to in the doorway itself, if you'd like. You know, it's only going to be like 5 foot by 5 foot, but it would effectively work the same as the wall of fire.
Okay, then I will do that.
Okay, he's I'm just gonna flat roll versus your dex. 18 though, with some modifiers becomes a 21, I think.
23 points of damage.
All right, excellent.
Um, and okay, so that thing is like basically inside my wall of fire right now, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna bonus action that DC 18 again, strength to try to. I'm gonna try to push him back into the room, telekinet with a telekinetic shove.
Oh, you lucky dog! I rolled a 3 on the die, which I don't think is gonna make it.
It was DC 18, so he is pushed back into the room 10 feet.
So you give him a mighty shove, and you definitely push him back into the room. But for whatever reason, he doesn't quite have 10 feet of room. But you do effectively push him back beyond the wall of fire. However, you can't really see beyond it after you push him through. So once again, yeah. So anything else there, Locos?
That'll be my turn.
Okay, moving on down. Gladier, you are up. Currently, a bunch of these toad monstrosities on the other side of this wall of fire. You guys seem protected by this doorway of flame for the time being.
Alrighty. Um, shit, I want to use a spell or just fucking attack. Um, It seems probably have high constitution. Okay.
So you essentially, you can't even really see into the room anymore. The wall of fire kind of blocks your field of vision. So, but yeah, tell me how you proceed.
And if I like try and like reach through and stab, that would count as entering the wall. So I'd probably take damage. I am resistant to fire damage though. Um, I'm just gonna until they come through. I'm just gonna do regular attacks. I'm just gonna try and kind of peek around the door and just try and stab through to attempt to hit something.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say without being able to see, you'll have to make the attacks with disadvantage. But go ahead.
That's fair. Okay. So that's a 29 for the first hit. Oh wait, no, disadvantage. God damn it. 9 on the die plus 13. 22.
Hits for sure.
Alright, so that's D8 plus 8. Plus 1d8 radiant damage. 9 slashing and 3 radiant damage for the first attack. And second attack, 13, 10, 23 to hit.
For sure hits.
Alright. That is 5 plus 8 is 13 slashing damage and 6 radiant damage for the second attack. Bonus action. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah, as you kind of blindly strike beyond this wall, both strikes, your Kopesh returns to you covered in black ichor.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna stay there and that'll be my turn. Oh, do I
Alright.
take damage from trying to stab through the wall?
I'm gonna say you didn't miss by enough for me to worry about it. If you had missed by like 5 or 10 of their AC, I might have made you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Moving on down, Renwick, you are up.
All right. And so based on that, I'm assuming I'm going to have to shift over. Can I get vision on anything through the doorway without having to go through it?
Unfortunately, Logos's wall of fire is not see-through. There is nothing but fire in the doorway as far as you can see.
Okay. Well, I guess I would shift, we'll say 3 squares to the left so I have a straight shot, like I guess a view down to where the wall of fire is in the room. And if the toads are going to come through the wall of fire, I'm going to ready an action to take a shot with my hand crossbow when they get within 30 feet.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll bonus action, I guess, move the tentacle that's in that room toward the doorway. I'm going to try to bait him like it's a worm.
Okay, what's the movement on that?
30 feet, I believe.
Oh yeah, you can get it right to the other side of the doorway if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, perfect. Anything else there, Renwick?
That'll be it.
All right,
Just that ready to action in case they get in the doorway.
All right, moving on down. Blade Silverstring, you are up. How do you proceed?
All right. So we got basically a doorway of flame here. I can't see through. Gladiator just stuck something through the flames. Gosh, I mean, there's not too much. Kind of looking around the room. So there's the way that we came from. Which is that door, if you're looking at the last map to the left.
Correct, the main door.
And the other two have rubble.
Yes,
Or
they look to have been barricaded. Various bits of furniture and debris are kind of blocking the path.
okay. Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I'm gonna give Locris a little bit of inspo.
Thank you.
Let me see. You see these frogs? They are so gross. Hit 'em with your mace and turn 'em into jam for your toast. Yeah, that's all I got. But I'm going to also hold an action until I see one come through.
Okay, yeah. What action are you holding?
I'm going to do some kind of mockery business to them.
Some mockery business. I like it.
And yeah, I think that's it. Not too much else I can do.
All right, moving on down. Locris, you are up. How do you proceed?
Seeing Gladiator just stab through the fire, Locris wants to get in on that fun. So I'll charge at the doorway and take a swing with my Morning Star.
Okay, yeah. As you step up to the doorway, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
And I do have blind sight, so that should disregard any disadvantage on not seeing.
I figured.
And that's going to be a 28 to hit.
I'll let you hold on to your action if you'd like, but you can tell as you kind of use your like sonar or like echolocation type of ability to kind of sense where people are. You can tell that the slad on the immediate other side of this door is in fact laying on the ground, apparently deceased.
Can I get a sense of any other within 10 feet of the door?
Yeah, for sure, you do.
Are they within 5 feet of the door?
Not quite.
All right. In that case, instead of taking an attack with that, since I can sense them, I'll use Eldritch Blast through the fire, which, according to the spell, it's just target a creature, not one I need to see.
Okay, yeah, you know he's there. You've sensed his presence. Are you going to split up your beams or focus them?
Let's do 3 at 1.
Okay, great. Give me some attack rolls.
Natural 20,
Very nice.
18, and 13.
13 flies a little wide, but the other two hit for sure.
Let's start with the net. 8 and 5 is 13, plus 5 is 18 points of force damage. And then 9 points of force damage. So 27 total.
All right. Fuck yeah.
And then I will back away from the door slightly so my hulking frame isn't blocking it from anybody else.
Just a heads up, Sean. I did put the wall of fire that the burning side would be facing us. Because the idea was I wanted to try to trap them between the burning wall and us, so they were constantly taking damage. So if any of them finish the round within 10 feet of that wall, they would also take damage.
Okay.
Then I back up 15 feet.
So let me get this straight. You want the damage side of the door to be facing in the room you guys are in, or in the
Yeah,
room
so that
there?
way, yeah. Well, the idea was I wanted them as soon as they walk through the wall, they take damage, and if they finish their turn within 10 feet of the burning side, they also take damage. So I was trying to make it like a funnel of death. You know, that way they're getting damage from us from one side, and if they stay in that room, they're also getting damaged.
Okay, I misunderstood, but if that is the case, Gladier and Locust for sure take damage for taking attacks through the portal.
If they entered it, then yes. If they don't, if they move away before the end of their turn, then they wouldn't.
I would say that, well, okay, so Locust actually went range, so he didn't actually cross in, but Gladier, in order to strike that creature, would have to, pass through the wall essentially. When the damage side was on the other side, he could limit it, but he has to essentially take damage to even stand near enough the
Gladier,
door. Sorry.
come on, buddy.
What is it, a dex save or just automatic damage?
No, it's a deck save.
Okay, so go ahead and make a dex save versus 5d8 fire damage there, Gladier, real quick.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna roll all ones.
That's a 9. My lowest, first low roll of the night, essentially.
What kind of roll is it?
Deck save.
I mean, it's a far shot, but you still have inspo.
Oh, I do have inspiration. So a 9. Oh, what's your
You get a D10.
a
It's the
D10?
DC 18.
I would have
You
to
have to roll a
roll
9 or a
9
10.
or a 10.
9 or 10. I'm resistant to fire damage. I'll just take it.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
It's
that
only
inspiration.
it's only 19. It's my lowest roll, if that helps you.
So half of that, would that be 9 damage?
We'll call it 9, yeah. 9 fire damage.
I'd say we round up 10.
Okay, I lost track. Whose turn was it? Blade? Was that on Blade? No, Locust just stepped back. Got it. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I will. The Slad's plan is to just barrel through into this room. So it does not take long before a large, muscly blue body barrels its way through this wall of fire. So go ahead and roll some damage for the enemies there, Logos. And any held reactions to seeing one of these guys, now's the time, as one absolutely comes crawling through this doorway of flame.
Oh, yes. I have an action, or a held action.
I believe Renwick does as well. So. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll, Renwick. And what do you need from me on your spells there, Blade?
Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. I get to roll with advantage, but it's just a straight roll for me.
And as that steps through, it doesn't come within 5 feet of an ally, does it?
Gladiator is literally right next to the door, so yeah, in order to pass through, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I believe that will allow me to apply my sneak attack because I haven't attacked this turn.
Perfect.
Fucking nat 1, but fucking halflings. I don't think I can play a halfling, or not a halfling rather. I shit you not. Another nat 1. So that's done. Just gonna go over here now. Sulk.
Blade, I got a whopping 5 on that wisdom save. So
Perfect. And I actually prepared a little bit for this moment. So as you see him come through, I've got my loot in hand. And I look at him and I just say, "You're a dumb frog. Yeah, you're so screwed. So suck on my balls and prepare to be screwed."
perfect.
Did I hear a guitar in the background?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he's introduced instruments. Nobody can ever be a singing bard again.
Yeah, bard's off the table for me. I can neither sing nor play instruments. Way to ruin
Next part is
for
a
everybody
stand-up
in the group.
comedian.
You gotta
He's just
get
a
you gotta
mime.
get a blade dancer in there or something.
So anyways, he I rolled it out. He takes 7 psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
Okay, so this slad barrels through. Let's see. Go. Let me see here. Perfect. Followed by another. Let's see here. 5, 10. And that'll be 15 just to get through the doorway. So another. Yeah. Another 15 just to get through the doorway. Okay, so utilizing their movement, 3 slad, 3 of these blue slad do quickly rush themselves through this wall of fire. So what was that damage there, Anthony? Go ahead and roll me again for these other 2 fellas coming through as well.
I swear, I feel like I rolled a 23 or a 24 every single roll.
Okay, so moving on. These 3 slots do make their way into the room with you guys. Slot 3, real fond of Blade Silverstring at this point, is going to make some attack rolls with disadvantage. Or is it the first attack, or is it all of his attacks for the turn?
I believe I'm assuming it's just the first attack. It's probably not multiple.
The first attack, weirdly enough, I rolled 14 and 14. So, weird. But that does come out to a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that connects.
Okay, the next claw attack is 4 on the die. Comes out to like a 12. I don't imagine that's going to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, claw attack coming at you. 15 points of slashing damage.
No.
And I need you to give me a constitution saving throw. It also makes a bite attack at you, and fuck me if I didn't just crit on that. So
Oh shit balls. Okay.
Is it within 30 feet of me?
it is.
Holy crap! I always forget that I have this. So as a reaction, what the hell is it? Cosmic Omen. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, you can use your reaction to roll a d6 and subtract the number from the roll total.
Okay, so with the critical hit, it would be a 28. But even if you roll a 6, I think it still hits.
Sorry, Blake.
Locris is going to activate the Cloud Rune to take that crit and dump it onto one of the other slots.
Ooh, nice.
What?
Slot 6 or 7.
You choose, Blade. It's your damage.
Oh, let's go 6.
Nice, not bad. Just over 30. It was 35 damage, slashing damage. I rolled pretty fucking hot on that too. Well played there, Locris. Well played.
Blade will just look over and be like, "Oh, thank the heavens!"
All right, and your con save? What was that?
Oh yes, con save.
Some of this creature's claws find purchase.
16.
A 16. I think that bad. Let me go check this. Yep, you're good to go. No worries.
So all right. So one of those claws was 15 damage. I got hit by another one though, right?
The bite attack was actually a critical hit that was negated. So, big chomp comes down, and at the very last second, this like poof of cloud kind of takes the damage and then distributes it elsewhere.
Holy shit! Wow, awesome. Okay.
All right. Aside from that, 7. The only person it can reach right this time is gonna be Locris, so it's gonna get her done. A couple of attacks coming your way, Locris.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna say a 13 probably misses, but how about a 23?
23 hit.
Couple of claw attacks coming your way. A whopping 9 slashing damage, but I also need a Constitution saving throw. He comes in for a final bite attack and just chomps, but alas, does not find purchase.
24.
You're good to go. As this creature's claws find purchase. Aside from the slashing damage, you're solid. Number 6 just took a walloping from technically number 3, but also Locris. So, and stepping through here, seeing being next to Gladier, I'm gonna say Locris in his large size is probably a little more intimidating at this point. So he is also going to go for Locris. That is a whopping 15, but also yet another natural 20.
And I think it takes a d6 and attack and subtracts it from attack rolls. If that's number 6 from the synaptic static.
You had hit 2, 3, and 4 with the synaptic static, actually.
Oh, sorry.
6 was not quite in range.
Sorry, I thought it was 6 and 7. Or not 7, but the other one. Never mind.
Slod's got a little bit of strategy. They're a little smart, not too smart, but smart enough to let the healthy warriors go first.
Smart.
Okay, so that's gonna damn. I rolled garbage on damage for you both times. That is a whopping 15 slashing damage. There, Locris, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
That one's going to be 26.
Okay, excellent. The final bite attack comes in at a whopping critical 1, so chips a tooth on your armor. That being said, Blue Slides turns over, back to the top of the round. I'll snap a pick real quick, but Logus, you are up.
Same maneuver. I'm gonna attack the one that looks the most hurt with 2 arrows, and then try to shove him back into the fire. We're looking at a 26 on the first attack.
Okay, so they have since kind of rushed into the room on their turn. They did take a bit of damage from the flames, but you could definitely try to push one back through the doorway if you'd like. But a couple of them.
Is there one that's close enough?
Yeah, one is literally standing just on the other side of the doorway. In fact, ending his turn there, I think, is going to cause him damage.
Okay. Let me roll that then. You know how frustrating it must be to keep trying to walk through this wall and then just keep getting pushed back into it.
Right.
18 points.
18 fire damage. All right. Reduced a bit, but okay.
All right, then I'm gonna attack him twice. I rolled a 26 and a 16.
Both hit.
First one is it's only a 7. 16 points of damage total, and then DC 18 strength save.
Alright, so, and a strength save. I get to make this with advantage. Skadoosh. 21 total on the strength save.
Yeah, he passes. Nothing happens.
Alas. Anything else? I think you still got some movement.
I guess I'll move a little towards the barricaded doors since they're in the room now, just to give some room. Maybe 10, 15 feet.
So essentially, kind of in the moving around, you've kind of moved away from that area. So I dropped a new pick in the feed, but you can move towards the doors if you'd like, but you would either have to go around combat or through it. Your call.
If I'm not in immediate danger, I'll just stay put.
You're currently not being threatened by any melee or anything.
Sounds good. Then I will stay put.
Okay, perfect. Moving on down from Logos, Gladier, you are up. Currently toe to toe with one of these giant blue sloths that just kind of crawled out of this flaming doorway.
All right, so I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back just so I'm outside of the flames, not getting hit by that again.
Yeah, you're good to go.
All right. Shit, we got one right up on blade. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that concentration up on him now that he's got a guy on him. I don't want to drop that protection. Um, that's something that's not concentration. Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm just gonna take some strikes at this guy in front of me.
All right, give me some rolls.
Knock him down. All right, first attack roll. That is a 19 to hit.
For sure hits.
All right, so that's a D8. I'm gonna pump a divine smite into that too.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3rd level. So that is how many d8s? 3. Okay, where is it?
Burning a 3rd. Nice. Not fucking around. Getting it done.
We got a whole bunch of these guys to take care of. Alright, yeah, so Divine Smite is 2d8 plus 1d8 higher than first, so should be 48. Yeah, 48 radiant. Alright, so 1d8 slashing plus 8. So that's 10 slashing damage. And then, okay. That's 8, 10, 19, 26 radiant damage from the first attack. So 10 slashing, 26 radiant. First attack. Second attack is so close to a crit. 19 on the die.
Oh,
Plus 13.
for sure hits. Was that like 30? Yeah, you're good.
And then do another Divine Smite. No, I'll just do a regular. Well, yeah, I want to burn all my spell slots. No, I'll do second level. Second level Divine Smite on this one.
All right.
So
Very nice.
5 plus 8 slashing. That's 13 slashing damage plus. Ooh, that's a better roll. 14. 20, 13 slashing and 24 radiant damage.
Go ahead and tell me how you do this. What does your
Okay.
radiant strikes do to this creature as you strike him down?
Yeah, so finally being able to like not blindly attack these guys through a wall of fire. Glader gets a little excited and just kind of like smashes his sword against his shield, and it kind of just bursts into this glowing golden light, and he just takes just an X across this giant slog's chest, and just kind of this forceful burst of radiant energy just kind of explodes out and just slashes this guy to ribbons.
Excellent. As his body hits the floor, I think you have some movement or something left if you'd like.
Um, I feel like more guys are going to be trying to burst through there. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna say put because Blade's got Renwick and Locris over there for backup. But if I moved, Locus would be all alone in this corner. So I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Moving on down. Renwick, you are up. I'll drop another pick in the feed real quick. Gladier drops one of the 3 slots who have entered the room. The one nearest Blade is looking a bit rough, and the other, so-so.
Sorry, my Discord's being weird. My like touchscreen goes away if my screen locks. Um, I have to like go back out and come back in. I'm gonna step toward the one closest to Blade then, since that one's looking a little rough. And as he moves forward, his rapier kind of like summons through his tentacles, and he goes for like an upward stab.
Okay, yeah. About 10 feet of movement gets you there, and yeah.
I'm gonna take 15 so that I'm not within 5 feet of Blade, just so I can get my my advantage from swashbuckling.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Or I'm sorry, it's not advantage, it's just sneak attack, I believe. But that's going to be a 25.
Oh, that hits for sure.
And I need a con save from you, sir.
I get to make it with advantage.
DC 14.
15 on the die actually becomes a 19. Sorry.
No worries. That's going to be rough damage. 14 points of damage.
Renwick, go ahead and tell me how you dispatch this large toad-like entity.
I feel like he, as he's running up, he just kind of like he goes for the slide, like drops kind of like baseball slides in, and he looks back at Blade and just winks as he pierces this thing through the chest.
Excellent. The creature falls to the ground, and I think you've got a little bit of movement.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stay where I'm at and take a hand crossbow shot at number 6 for my bonus action.
Okay. 6 has been dropped, but 7 is the only one in the room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I slowly updated the battle map. So go ahead, yeah,
Yep.
roll it out.
I hadn't scrolled back down. That's my bad.
All right.
Let's see. 21 to hit.
For sure hits.
Sick. That's going to be 9 damage. Piercing if it matters.
All right. And that's standard bonus. And you want to stay put movement wise?
Yeah, I'll stick where I'm at.
All right. You drill this creature with a bolt as we move on from Renwick. Blade, you are up.
All right. So we just got the one in the room with us now.
Correct. Currently, just one.
God damn it. I know there's more of them fuckers out there. Well, darn. I am going to once again ready in action.
And that said action would be
If another one walks through the flames here and rears its ugly face, I'm going to cast a spell that would maybe polymorph him.
ooh, excellent. All right.
And I am going to, I think, maybe use a little bit of movement to kind of get towards the door that we came in originally,
Okay.
and I
How
go
much
around the back
movement?
of Locris.
Okay, yeah, for sure. It's about 15 feet or so, 15, 20 feet.
Yep, as long as I have sight of the door, I'm good there.
Okay, perfect. That brings us down to Locrit. Unless you want to, was that bonus action, Blade? Are you good, Blade?
That's it. Yeah, no bonus action this turn.
Okay, I thought I missed you on something. Locris, you are up.
Locris is going to think to himself, shit, gotta get rid of this last one before Locust gives him a bow and arrow. I'm going to charge up and give him a good wallop.
All right, good.
23 to hit.
Oh, for sure hits.
And that's 8 plus 9. So it's 17 points of radiant damage. Then for a second attack, fucking that one, and I'm not a halfling, so
Bummer. Second one goes wide, splinters the concrete in the ground.
and then piss off. I'm just going to burn an action surge. Let's fucking do it.
Perfect.
That's better. 19 plus a lot, and another 19 plus a lot.
Hits by a lot for sure.
That's going to be another 17 points radiant damage. And 10 points of radiant damage.
Locris, go ahead and tell me how you take this beastie down.
So after missing on the second hit, just in frustration, he's going to swing up, catching the frog under the toad, under the chin, kind of lifting him off the air, and then do an overhand swing anime style and drive him just down into the ground, causing a little splintering off as his guts just splatter in a 2-foot radius.
Excellent. It's viscera everywhere. I think.
And that will end my turn.
All right, perfect. That being said, both of the held action. No, wait, it's just blade this time. Yeah, once again, the remaining 2 slot on the other side of the door barrel their way through this wall of fire. So, Logos, if you would roll me out some fire damage, please. And Blade. 4 is the first one through the door, one you've already hit with a bit of static shock.
Perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead, yeah, and then pop off polymorph on him.
Okay, excellent. What do you need from me?
Just a wisdom saving throw.
Raw roll, but with advantage, comes out to an 18.
That is a fail. And for the first time in this campaign, I've finally cast polymorph on an enemy.
What do you polymorph this giant toad aberration into?
The smallest frog or toad there is.
Okay, yeah, it'd be like a tree frog. You know, you fit several in the palm of your hand.
Yep, just a very small frog, little tree frog.
Okay, excellent. As he morphs into this small tree frog, the final slot emerges from this wall of fire. And seeing most of what. Surveying the scene, I think he is going to make some attacks, probably at Locris, on account of you're like centered right on the other side of this door. So, well, 2 and a 2. So a couple of claws come at you. Unfortunately, they do not find any purchase anywhere. A bite attack comes down. Does a 19 hit Locris?
19 misses.
So alas, all 3 of this slad's blows, none of them find purchase. And with that, we'll go back to the top of the round. Logos, you are up. The only enemies in the room are a tiny little green tree frog and a giant blue slad with dripping claws and a feral look in its eye.
Did that little frog that turned into that blade polymorph, did it end its turn within 10 feet of the wall?
That's a good question. I had originally moved him through, But I guess that depends on Blade. Blade, is Polymorph a touch spell or a ranged spell?
It's ranged.
I think when he comes through, that's a tough one. Wouldn't the damage come?
If it, I
He
think
doesn't get you.
it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think that it took the damage. Then he was polymorph, and if we don't move him by his next turn, then he'll take another damage.
Right, because he took the OG damage by passing through the wall, so he already took damage from the spell this turn. So it probably wouldn't happen just yet. But yeah, technically he is, somewhere within 10 feet of this wall of fire.
To avoid, I'm gonna attack the one that's still standing.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
That's a 15 to hit and a 25 to hit.
Both hit for sure.
9 points on the first one, 8 points on the second one, so 17 total. And is he still within 5 feet of the fire, or 10 feet?
Yeah, it's like right behind him. He's just barely emerged.
All right, strength save DC 18.
Okay, making some rolls with advantage. That's rough. Even with the advantage and a +5, it comes out to 14. 14.
Well, he's pushed back to the fire.
Okay, yeah. You push him back into this. It's almost like a cramped space for him due to his size, but yeah, you definitely force him back.
And that'll be my turn.
Excellent. Moving on down from Logos, Gladir, you are up. This creature is essentially like on a knee, struggling to get through the doorway once again.
Alright. So Blade finally got a polymorph spell off, and then Logus's firewall ruined it.
Not yet, but potentially by the next round, yes. By the end of
Oh,
this round,
okay.
perhaps.
All right. But or sorry, I think I'm getting confused. Are there? So it's just the
Oh shit,
one.
my dumbass. I took a picture and then didn't actually send it.
Over?
Sorry, hold on. I'll update the map real
Yeah, you're
quick. Yeah, essentially, one slot remains, and one slot remains a very small frog, at least until its turn.
Okay, so there's two left. One is polymorphed.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I thought there was just the one left that was polymorphed. Gotcha. Misunderstood. Okay, well I'm a trying to. Ugh. Hmm. Where's the polymorph one? Is it like kind of like beneath the feet of the regular one?
Yeah, pretty. It's between the Slod and Locris. It is, definitely in danger of being stepped on by a large-sized humanoid.
Do I attack the full size slug or get the tiny baby slug? I'm gonna take care of the full size slug while the polymorph slug is out of the picture for the time being. So I'm just gonna take my attacks at shit. And how's this slug number 5, the full size one? It just came through the door, right? So like pretty much the only damage it's taken is from the firewall, right?
Up to this point, correct. It's
Okay.
relatively healthy considering the mostly carcasses you guys have left at this point.
All right. I'm gonna turn the blade And just give him a shrug. Sorry, buddy. I need to take that away from you real quick. And I'm going to cast Shining Smite as a bonus action, so protection from evil and good drops. So the faint glimmering golden glow around him dissipates and just kind of starts emanating from my sword. And I'm going to take a strike at the big boy.
All right.
All right, that is a 18 to hit.
For sure hits.
All right, so with Shining Smite, the target hit by the strike takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage from the attack. Until the spell ends, the target sheds a bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition. So it's kind of like Guiding Bolt and Fairy Fire, but I hit it with a sword.
That's pretty fancy. I like that. Very nice. Very nice.
So that is 7 plus 8 slashing damage. It's 15 slashing damage plus 14, 20 radiant damage for the first attack. And it is now glowing brightly.
Much to its dismay.
Second attack is
You get to
a
make
24 to hit.
You make that attack with advantage now, right?
Oh, shit. Yeah. I was thinking maybe. Oh, I should have done that on the second attack. No, because the next attack. Yeah, I was trying to give advantage to someone else, but I'll take that. It works. God, another almost crit. 18 on the die for 31.
For sure hits. For sure. Almost doubled the AC. You know.
Uh, so that is a 13 slashing plus 4 radiant damage for the second attack.
Okay. Excellent.
And that, I'm just going to stay right there.
Okay, moving on down, Renwick, you are up as this slide kind of towers hungrily, staring, but can't decide between Gladir and Locus.
I'm just gonna move up, and looks like I can get in flanking. So take a nice shot with advantage there with the rapier. See what we can't do here.
Perfect.
That is dirty 30.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And that will be sneak attack. I need a DC 13 con save from you, sir.
Okay, can't see from. Blade, do I have to subtract from saving throws as well from your static shock thing?
Oh, sorry, DC
Oh,
14.
oh, you know what? It was not. It was not. It was the wrong slide. My bad. Does not pass, actually. A whopping 12.
So 20 points of piercing / sneak attack, and an additional 8 points of cold damage. And then I'll take a shot with the hand crossbow for a 26. So that's going to be an additional 11 points of damage.
Excellently done.
And let's see, I would have spent it looks like 15, I think. Maybe 20 to get in position. So I'll just take a 5-foot step back with my remaining movement.
Okay, yeah, for sure. All right, so with that, Blade, you are up. How do you proceed?
Okay, so one is polymorphed and the other guy is still standing.
Correct.
Huh. Man, this is interesting. I am going to would you allow me to cast Mage Hand and pick up the frog and bring him back to me?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and give me your call. You can make it an Arcana or a sleight of hand check to deftly grab this frog as it's kind of hopping around the battlefield.
Let's go sleight of hand. Oh, 12.
I'd say that's enough. You definitely grab the frog and bring it over.
And I'm just going to, I don't know. I'm just going to sit there, kind of hold him in my hands and kind of look at him a little bit. And just kind of maybe, is there a way that I can just like grapple him so he like doesn't like jump away without hurting him?
Yeah, I'll say you can kind of, cup him in your
Would
hands
you
and seal him tight.
would you
Okay.
allow me with the free action, Sean? I have an empty jar. Could I just hand it to Blade?
I mean, you're standing right next to him. Yeah, I'll allow it. You could toss Blade a jar.
Blade, please put him in this so he doesn't accidentally fall and hurt himself.
Oh, brilliant idea. And I'll, I guess, um, can I grab the jar? Or is that I kind of have to wait till next turn?
We'll just say that I hold the jar for you to drop him in.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, yeah. Maybe if I
Okay.
could hover the hand and drop him in.
Yeah, perfect. You can absolutely deposit the small frog into Logos's jar.
Put the,
Blade, please. If you have a dagger or something, you might want to poke some holes so it doesn't suffocate in there.
yeah, I'll poke some holes in.
Absolutely.
And I think, yeah, I'm gonna keep hanging by the door, and I think that's it for right now.
Okay, and we're gonna move on down to Locris. You are up.
All right, so there's one normal slot still in front of us, right?
Correct.
All right, let's beat the hell out of it. Attack number 1 is going to be 25.
Hits for sure.
Same thing with the second hit. That's going to be 16 radiant. And was it 2 plus 9, 11 radiant. So 20, I say 17, no, 16 for the first one. So 27 points total of radiant damage.
That's one over the number. Go ahead and tell me how you take this another slod down.
This one is just going to be a simple repeated smash until it falls down, and just keep repeating the smash until, just stop. He's dead.
Okay, so what are the parameters of the polymorph spell there, Blade? Is there like a he has to take damage? If you maintain it for so long, is it permanent? How does this roll?
So it's a concentration spell, so it lasts up to an hour. Um, and its actions are limited by the nature of its new form. It can't speak, cast spells, or take any other action that requires hands or speech.
Okay, perfect. So as long as you maintain concentration, this once mighty toad humanoid aberration is a small green tree frog.
Oh, he's so cute.
And at least for the time being, combat would seem to have ceased. So, as you kind of collect yourselves, how do you proceed?
So, do we want to see if there's any in the library we missed, or investigate the room we just cleared, or see if why the other rooms are barricaded?
I think we should go outside and have Blade get on Gabriel's or fly as high as he can and then drop the jar with the frog just to watch it splat.
I mean, that's a pretty fun idea. I kind of want to see where that goes. It doesn't seem like the best use of our time, but it does sound pretty cool.
Is the door
Alright,
that we
okay.
came into, can we go back outside, or is it like is it still open or locked or what?
I mean, with the last pick of the battle map, what little sunshine is coming through is shining on your back. The doors are wide open from when you entered.
Wait,
Right, Blade, cook
just if I might offer an idea that might be a little less obvious, since we're on a bit of a time crunch here. We probably shouldn't go back inside because we know there's these clerics somewhere around here. What if we punched a bit of a hole in a wall, and then we shove the jar in there, and then when the creature reverts back, it'll revert back in a real tiny space, and it'll probably just kind of explode.
Or take out the wall.
Well,
Hmm.
is there a wall we'd like to destroy?
Hmm.
All of it, but I think the clerics might be offended.
Well, they're probably going to be offended when we're killing them. I don't think there's much coming back for them at this point.
I
True.
don't know, Blade. It's up to you. Do you want to splat it from the skies, or do you want to put it in a wall? It's up to you.
No, that's we better do this humanely. I'm gonna like pull my lute and kind of sit down for 10 minutes to summon Gabrielter.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And I'm just gonna walk outside, jump on him, fly up as high as I can go.
Okay, yeah. It takes several minutes of gaining altitude, but you are at an impressive height.
Can we get a short
Um,
rest in? We'll just go outside and kind of, maybe take a little picnic, lean our backs against the temple and look up, just watch him flying.
Yeah, you guys take a short rest during this time if you'd like. Start patching your wounds and things while Blade takes 10 minutes to summon his steed and then probably another 7 to 10 minutes of climbing to the appropriate altitude.
Logus is gonna have his bow out right where he's dropping it, just in case if some way this thing survives, he can pepper it with some arrows.
Okay, excellent.
Even if
yeah.
it doesn't survive, I'm gonna pepper it with arrows.
Fine, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'll be flying up high in the sky, and I'll just have the jar held out, kind of over, you know, kind of hanging out, and I'll be looking at him. And for a brief moment, Blade will kind of feel guilt as he looks into this poor frog's eyes, and then he'll be
It's
like,
got both of its sticky hands up against the jar and these giant red eyes just staring at you. Very sad.
And I'll like bring it in just a little bit closer to be like, maybe this isn't right. And then I'll put my hand right back out and just drop it and be like, no, you suck. And just drop it.
Well, at a substantial
As
height, you would definitely be able to slay this creature from such a height.
as he's climbing up, I want to cast minor illusion and put a bullseye on the ground to see where he hits.
All right, perfect. Yeah, Blade, go ahead and give me a performance check to try to nail this.
Ooh. Okay. Drat. A 21.
I'd say with that, you land it, right smack in the center. Well placed as this frog and this jar just kind of shatter and explode. And through the impact of hitting the ground, the small frog does revert back to the slad just in time to splat black ichor in all directions. And though it is a corpse, a couple of arrows hit it right in the chest.
The job didn't get it, Blade, but I finished it off. Don't worry.
Shoot. I was really hoping the fall would kill him. Well, thank you for covering.
And
I'll
with
get
that,
you another
Lotus will
jar.
it's all right. I have another. And with that, Lotus will stand up. And all right, undead clerics. Anyone clerics? Maybe we can drop them as well.
I'm gonna use my Pearl of Power to get back a 3rd level spell slot.
Good call, for sure.
Can't use that the next time.
Well, we don't know what's in the blocked off rooms. We just know what's in the open one. With the fiendish approach, we can assume it's more of those things.
We also could do a quick look see on what it's in the room that we just cleared.
Yeah, might as well check out the room we just the nesting area we just destroyed or killed the occupants of.
All right, let's go ransacking.
All right, so you guys return to this kitchen slash apothecary room that you guys have thoroughly slain the inhabitants of. As you enter, there are several barrels and crates stacked neatly up against one wall. There are several nests that these blue slots were using that it just appears to be debris. It is like broken, like cafeteria tables and benches and other various, it looks like there was some like alchemical gear here once. There's lots of like broken glass up in this like splintered wood, and all but most everything has been destroyed in this room. Aside from the barrels and crates and these several nests, there is like a cooking pot. It's got some cut wood underneath it, but it doesn't look to have been lit, at least any time recently. Above this cooking pot, there are a couple of humanoid corpses chained to the ceiling, strung up in a similar fashion to that of game. So, with all that in mind, tell me kind of how you guys proceed.
Well, while the group, goes in and investigates, Logus would like to try to make a perception check. Maybe more using his ears than his eyes to see if he hears any like commotion since we made um a loud noise with that little battle we had. If there's any kind of noise coming from the library that we saw, if there's anything's changed, or if there's anything happening from the battle we just had.
Okay, yeah, give me a perception check for sure.
That is a 30 total.
With a 30 total, eerily silent. More silent than it was when you arrived, for sure. If there are others in this temple, your fight was very loud and traveled through multiple rooms in this building. You are confident that if you had the element of surprise once, you do not now.
Locris is going to cut down one of the dead corpses and spend a minute pumping in black ichor and cast Animate Dead.
Okay, so the thing is with these corpses, they've been strung up to the ceiling, and you can cut one down for sure, but it looks like they have been processed. Both corpses are missing their head. One is missing a head and two arms. One is missing one leg and one arm and the head. So no heads on either of these. And you do notice that their chest cavities seem to have been exploded outward, similar to other corpses you guys have encountered recently. But you could absolutely animate one of these corpses if you'd like.
Would it still be able to function as though it had a head?
Yeah, as long as you have line of sight of it, I don't see why not.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Which
I'll
one are you
be my
going
friend
with?
for a little bit.
No arms, or one arm, one leg.
Yeah, which one do you prefer? No arms or one arm, one leg?
I take off the arm of one and put it on the other.
Okay. Give me like an arcana check to pull this off.
What is my arcana now? That's a +9. 15, so that becomes 24.
The magic seems to work. Sticks, works, utilizes, got full movement. Well, as much full movement as a zombie could have.
Perfect. All right. There. You have a hawk. You have a crab. Now I got a friend.
Yeah, I'm glad you have a friend, Locris, but it's a bit macabre.
It's called recycling, and it's keeping him useful. He's going to be helping save the day.
That's what does he do? Can he talk? Locris will go up and like, hello, friend, and try to shake his, I guess his arm now if it worked.
Well, his only response to be like, uh.
Interesting. Does anyone speak zombie or undead?
He can attack. He understands what I tell him, but he can't speak.
That's it's looking at it. Oh my god, he's missing organs. I don't understand. I'm not going to question it. All right. To the library, barricaded room. Logos would kind of like avert his eyes from this like zombie dude just following Logos around.
Yeah. Maybe we just check out the library.
Sorry, I forgot to mention it in that description. So maybe I'll just drop another pic of the feed of this little battle map we were using. But so aside from the crates and barrels and the several nests and the corpses hanging from the ceiling, there is also a door on the northernmost wall in this room. Not the door you entered, and it's haggard. seen better days. Looks like many of these these large creatures, may have come and gone. As the door is barely on its hinges and has several slash marks, but still utilizable. Anyway, tell me how you guys proceed.
Logus is gonna get within like 30 feet of the door and then use his mage hand to try to open it.
It has a bit of a creak, but it opens.
All right, Gladier, go ahead. It's not trapped.
All right, fine. Just give me 1 sec. He's gonna reach out and kind of close his eyes and grasp his amulet and cast Divine Sense again. So any celestial, fiend, or undead not behind total cover, I can sense. So I'm gonna stand in that open doorway and divinely sense.
You get an immediate ping from within the room you are standing in.
What is it?
It's none
God
other
damn it.
than Locris's animated creature. But that's the only ping you sense.
Alright, so well, I mean there's no Fey fiends or undead in there, so take a step into the door, look around. Is it like pitch dark in there?
Correct. Pitch dark.
Wait, do I still have my goggles? No, I lost my goggles. From
Didn't you
fucking.
buy like a light thing from
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
King?
Yeah, so yeah, I got the shit. What's it called? Where are you? Not hot sauce. I need. Oh wait. Yeah. So I'm gonna take out the um the small stone wizard's tower that I got from Zeriodal. Zeriodal. Um. So I guess like I think it constantly shines light. Oh wait, no, it's at night the tower shines as if affected by the light spell. It is not nighttime. Then I will take out my gem of brightness, which I also have. And I'm going to say the command word, which causes the gem to shed a bright light in a 30-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 30 feet. So I'm just going to hold that out in my hands, kind of like I guess, a lantern torch thing, and uh, take a look around the room as I
Okay.
step in.
As you kind of look in with this light source, I dropped a pick in the feed. You'll be on the left door in as far as the pick's orientation. So as you kind of peek in and shine a light in, it looks to be like maybe an old dormitory. Once again, in similar fashion, canvas paintings adorn the walls that are all smashed and broken up, and several beds, the remnants of several beds, are here, but they are all smashed and broken. There is a door across the room from you, but there is also a door to your left. The door to your left looks to be barricaded. Once again, much debris and things kind of block the path here. But across the room, you notice that roughly half of this room is filled with water, and it seems to be a slow trickle coming from underneath the door across the room. But aside from that, as you kind of gaze in, there's some broken debris and this slowly puddle forming, flowing barely bit of water. But the room appears to be empty.
All right. Situationally, just like knowing my position, can I tell that this the barricaded door on the left is leads back to the foyer? where that's also barricaded on the other side?
Correct. It would appear that
Okay.
both sides of that door have been barricaded.
All right. Yeah, so you're just gonna turn around. Well, guys, I think we found out where that barricaded door in the, or at least one of the barricaded doors in the front hall lead to. It leads in here. It looks to be some sort of dormitory type room. There's a fuck ton of water leaking out of the door on the far side. I don't know if we want to keep pushing forward or what, but doesn't seem to be any immediate danger in the area.
Well, just going off vibes alone, go there. I mean, I can almost guarantee that there is something or someone in one of these rooms. So, I mean, it depends. Knowing the area and how much noise we're making, it seems that they're more of a lie in wait and ambush type. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
think we have no choice but to push forward. But I mean, we must be prepared.
All right. Well, yes. Yeah. I'm going first. And he's Gladio just walking to get like 15 feet into the room. Just take a step in, like kind of be on guard and look around, see if anyone jumps out at him.
Give me a perception check as you kind of enter the room and look about.
All right. I think I have advantage on these now with my sentinel shield. That is a natural 20. That is the first time I've ever rolled a natural 20 on a perception check. And the second one was a 9. Thank God it's advantage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to subtract 6 from that roll.
Sounds
I
about
will
right. Sounds about
destroy you.
right.
End you.
Gladier, with that kind of perception check, as you're kind of walking in, you see that the water is like slowly flowing. You know, it's more pooling up. You know where it's going and how it's getting there. You're not sure, but a bit of sparkle catches your eye. Just this whole floor is just constant debris, splintered wood and things. But as this sparkle catches your eye, you kind of move a big chunk of like broken wood, likely at one point a headboard or a bed frame or something. You push it aside, but with a nat 20, you find this leather parcel with a platinum like clasp, and this platinum clasp has a symbol of Farlongen on it. It's the god of roads, so a moon overlooking a road. Very simple symbol. But yeah, this parcel, as you inspect it, as you kind of pick it up, it jingles. You hear loose coin within it.
Yes. I think later will turn. Has everyone else followed, or is it just Logus kind of standing at the doorway?
Oh, I didn't say I followed. It's 100% just you in there.
Oh, yeah, it's standing at the doorway.
Locust would be right behind you.
Okay.
Okay, for sure.
We would be moving as a in a phalanx unit.
So Glader's
Okay,
gonna.
so after Gladiator picks up this package, you tell me exactly how you guys kind of proceed. So Logos and Locris follow Gladiator into the room. Blade, Renwick, what are you guys doing?
Renwick is going to. I'm gonna take out my scroll of control water and I'm gonna try to remove as much of this water as I possibly can So I'll drop the language in chat, but it should essentially allow me to take a fair amount of water and redirect it, and then once it gets outside of the range of the spell, it does continue, as water would. It would just, run wherever, but as long as it's within 300 feet of where I cast it, I can send quite a bit.
Okay, so where are you gonna move this water to? So it kind of
I'm
it's a
going to move it outside of the temple. I'm just going to run it out the front door.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, it already kind of has seeped underneath this blockage. You notice a little bit of water in the foyer underneath these barricaded doors. So yeah, you could absolutely begin the process of flowing this water down and out. What's the range on that?
300 feet.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And yeah, sorry, the language is actually too much for chat. It's a big ass spell.
No worries.
But yeah, I just want to make sure that there's not a shitload of water everywhere in case there's something that might be in the water that we can't see, especially knowing these fucking worm things are around.
Okay, I will say, there's only like an inch or two of water on the ground here. So you begin the process of directing it out the door. You kind of have to finagle yourself a bit. Let's see here. Would you have it come underneath the door that's barricaded and then out the foyer door, or would you bend it around the room you guys just cleared and then out the door?
I'm not understanding the difference.
Okay, so this flood essentially leaks into the foyer, but
Uh
not
huh.
the room you guys just cleared. So would you continue it out the foyer, out the front door, or would you bend the stream to kind of curve around the room you guys just cleared and then go out the front door?
Um, we'll say so out the foyer.
Okay, for sure. And Blade, what do you find yourself doing at this time as Renwick's kind of redirecting some water?
And this lasts for 10 minutes, Sean. So as we move forward, I guess if we open that door it's seeping out of, I'll just continue to kind of pull the water away.
Okay, for sure.
Um, let's see. I think I would definitely be riding upon my majestic steed if I could. Well, if I can fit through a doorway. I guess how high are the ceilings?
Decent, but not like extravagant. You're probably looking at 10, 12 feet, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I guess I would be kind of sitting upon Gabrielter, kind of maybe ducking through the doorway as we kind of go into the next room. Um, maybe just yeah, kind of following closely, probably behind Low Chris. Maybe looking around to see if there's anything of notice. Maybe seeing if there's anything that was hidden underneath the water that Renwick had moved.
Okay, give me a perception check. Also, Logos, or not Logos, Locris, give me a perception check as well.
Man, these 12s. Can't see by this goddamn donkey.
Yeah, as you kind of enter the room and look around, Renwick's redirecting the flow of water. A bit of moss is kind of developed underneath it. Nothing of note. Locris, a 9, you say? Okay, Locris, what is the range on your blind sight?
10 feet.
Excellent. Okay, so as you guys kind of enter this room, tell me how you guys proceed. The water flowing out, it doesn't seem to stop coming from underneath the door across the room, but you have, substantially moved gallons upon gallons of sitting water just kind of out the front door. A thick kind of blackish, unnatural moss seems to have taken its place, but alas. I think at this moment, actually, would be a good time to reveal. I'm gonna say, well, we might have to. We'll see how this plays out. From as the water drains, from pressed up against the wall, these beings slowly become visible. And as 6 of these rather large, once again, toad-like entities come into visibility, they only do so because each and every single one of them has targeted the party with a fireball spell. 6 fireballs erupt from their hands and fly towards the party. And I think that's where we're going to put our bookmark in it for now.
What?
I cast you can't do that.
I was going to give Locris a shot with invisibility, with his blind fighting or invisible sense, but he was just on the outskirts of 30 feet, so I was like,
6?
Damn.
Okay. Well,
So, Sean, will you at least just be honest with us and tell us what we did to make you decide you just wanted to end the campaign and leave us forever?
Well, it all started with, I put my heart and soul into Alvin, who you guys relentlessly murdered. So,
oh my god, that's so much. That's 86. That is 24. No, fuck it. I can't even do math right now. That's Jesus Christ.
Is that what the damage is?
that's what it potentially could be if there's not any resistances
Well, Renwick
and or
rolled.
counter spells and or etc.
And if they're
Basically,
over level
like-
3, you add a d6 if they're over level 3 for each spell slot.
Well, if it's 6, that'd actually be 48 d6.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yep, you are correct.
So
You
Wait,
rolled a
no,
lot of sixes,
No, it's
though.
8d6. So 8d6 times
Times
6
6.
spells is 42.
6 times 8 is 48.
Oh wait, am I?
6 times 7 is 42.
Yep. Derp.
Oh,
I
actually,
somehow rolled lower.
Okay, so that means, and that this is the funny part, if I get all 6, dexterity saves, because I took the shield master, it negates all of them.
oh, nice. Well, everyone
I think
gets
Renwick has a chance with evasion, too.
I also have the protection, the aura of protection. So
I cast Dimension Door. I'm out.
Blades. I imagine Blade's probably safe-ish.
Yeah.
Renwick, you have evasion. Locris and Logus will get my aura of protection. So you get a +5 to your saving throws.
We'd survive, but it won't be by much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have a plus 12, so hopefully,
I'll
like,
counterspell. Blade will counterspell, so that's going to take care of 2 of them.
I have a plus 6 to my dex save.
So I know we're about to take a pretty good sized break here because of the holidays. But is this like, do we have a chance to do something, or are we just going in directly into saving throws? Just so I have plans.
Probably narrative.
I'm gonna say they pretty much got the drop on you. I let everybody roll except for Gladier, who was looking for other stuff, I guess. But essentially, yeah, they are. I'm
I
gonna
didn't get a
let it come
perception
down to
check.
initiative, essentially, for sure. You know, I won't just kill you guys outright without giving you a shot.
With 6 fireballs, you might.
Yeah, we're getting a shot.
Oh man, I'm
I think
excited to
Sean's
see how
just
much
done with this
fucking
shit.
damage you do.
Sean's got shit to do next year that he doesn't want to tell us about, so he's just trying to end the campaign here and now.
his New Year's resolution is just to kill one of us, but he's a little over the top with this one after 2 years of not getting anybody.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I figured Gladier and Locris and Logos were kind of, said they were going in together. Then Renwick, I have kind of posted off to the side a little bit, maybe doing a bit of redirecting the water magic. And I have Blade just at the moment where he and Gabrielter enter the room for the first time. So you guys aren't technically all in the same spot. There may be some overlay. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, I mean, there's a fuck ton of damage coming your way pretty much first thing next sesh, guys, so be ready for that.
yeah, I have resistance to fire damage, so as long as I succeed on all of these, I'll only take a quarter of the damage.
Yeah, but with your rolls, you'll probably won't succeed on any of them. To be
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, how dexterous is a guy in heavy armor?
I have a plus 6 to my dex saves. Thank you very much.
That's not bad. That's hopeful.
It's not
It's a
great.
plus 6.
Their spell save DC is probably like 16 or 18 at most.
I just gotta aim for you rolling over 10 on 6 rolls in a row. No
It's a
big deal.
50-50 shot. So just to go over it, next week is a clean scrap, right? And the following week is a potential bullshit week.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to make the following week because my parents will be in town. So if you guys want to do Miriam or
I think we were just going to do roll for shoes or Cards Against
yeah.
Humanity, since some of you might be a little sensitive New Year's Day.
Yeah, and that way nobody has any like hard obligation to feel like they have to play or like
Yeah.
need to be here for a side campaign or anything. We'll just make it like we know it's the holidays. Whoever wants to show can just show.
But I'm all
It
good
looks
for
like
January 8th to go back to normal schedule.
Yeah, same.
I looked at my schedule. It looks like I work New Year's Day. I'm hoping that's some kind of mistake. I'm gonna have to talk to him about it tomorrow because that would fucking suck.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah. Better bring a lot of water, some electrolytes, greasy
That's
foods.
to be honest. I'm gonna do like real good these next 2 weeks and then do my first call in on New Year's Day because fuck all that.
And
I mean, what do they expect?
I'm sending your employer a link to our podcast right away.
I'm gonna miraculously get sick that day.
Well, shit, that was too fun, guys. You guys crack me up. I never know what you guys are gonna do. You guys have me on my toes. You know what I mean? You know how hard
Yeah,
it
but
was
we don't
not
know
to
what-
fire all 6 fireballs at just Gladier walking in there by his fucking self.
That honestly would have been better.
Honestly, yeah, that probably would have been best case scenario. I have fire resistance, and I'm pretty sure I have the highest health out of anyone in the party.
I mean, with the right rolls, I mean, Logos is not beefy whatsoever. So this could potentially, if I get hit with all six, drop me.
Yeah. See, I'm excited to see how this turns out, actually. This is just the utter chaos that I love. 6 fireballs at a group of in a tiny room.
There will be plenty of explosions next session for sure.
I don't know, will this temple be able to, stay standing after 6, mini bombs go off?
Potentially, I guess we'll have to see and find out.
It's like 6
Maybe
IEDs
you
blowing
guys,
up at once.
you guys are
It's
supposed to
gonna
like
clear a lot of space in the room.
you guys are supposed to like clear the temple, and you like literally just burn that motherfucker down.
Hey, it's a stone temple. It's not like the stone's flammable. We're cleansing it. Fire is cleansing. We're just doing it in a really roundabout way.
That's a lot of air pressure just expanding all at once.
Well, now you're getting scientific. This is magical. So-
All right, fellas, I'm
Well,
gonna get out of
boys.
here. You guys have a good
Yep.
one, and keep in touch, man. Let's do this crazy thing again soon. Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good.
Take it easy, guys. Merry Christmas.
Later,
Happy
guys.
holidays. We'll
Happy
see you guys
holidays.
Happy
soon.
holidays.